So ChatGPT just released a feature that is going to completely turn dropshipping on its head. This is going to change dropshipping as we know it, and it's revolutionary. So before we get started, let me just go ahead and ask you one quick question. When you're uploading your products or when you're choosing the products to dropship, what's one of the biggest issues that you have? One thing that everyone always suggests is order a sample and take some pictures with it. And that's cool and all if you're dropshipping maybe 2 or 3 different products. But what if you want to dropship 20, 30, 40 products? Do you have the budget to order all of those different products to your house and the time to take a picture of every single one of them? Chances are probably not, right? Because that's going to be pretty expensive and it's going to take quite some time. But ChatGPT just made this a whole lot easier for us. It's literally going to be saving us hundreds upon thousands of dollars and hundreds upon thousands of hours. So ChatGPT just came out with this brand new update where you're able to take an image and tell it how you want it edited. With a simple prompt, you can literally take any product or any image of a product and place it on literally anything or anywhere. So I already did a bit of research and I already made a few samples so you all can check out what I'm talking about. But before I go ahead and show you those, let me go ahead and show you how this works and how you can use it to your advantage. So really quick, let's run over to the AutoDS handpicked product section. Now, of course, you don't need to be using AutoDS for this. You can be using literally anything that you use or any supplier that you use, AliExpress, DHgate, whoever it is. But as always, my favorite is AutoDS. So let's go ahead and check out the handpicked product section on here. So let's see what we can find. All right, let's actually check out this trifold mirror and let's see how this one works out. All right, this is actually gonna be the perfect example to use this. So what we're gonna do here is we're simply just gonna go ahead and save the image. Now, sometimes you can't save it depending on the type of file type that it is. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and take a screenshot. And then we're going to run over to ChatGPT. So I'm starting from scratch so you don't see anything that I've done before. So to start, the first thing I'm going to do is create an image. And this is going to add that part of the prompt, create an image. Then I'm going to go ahead and upload the screenshot that I just took. Now I'm going to add to the prompt that had already started. So create an image with a girl doing her makeup using this vanity mirror. Please include a reflection of her on the mirror itself. Set it in a walk-in closet background. Make it look fancy. And just check out what ChatGPT is going to come up for us. This is insane. All right, so it's starting to generate everything. As you can see, it does take a little bit longer than when you just typically, just have a conversation with it and ask it for a few things. And it makes sense because it's literally taking the image, it's editing it, it's placing it to where it needs to be or where you're asking it to be, and then it's adding all of the other elements to it. But the accuracy that ChatGPT does this with is just absolutely mind-blowing. I can't get over it.
A few minutes later.
Oh my god, this is insane. Look at how amazing this came out. Look at how accurate this is. You have the image of the lady doing her makeup, then you even have the perfect reflection of that lady doing the makeup. And to add to it, you have the nice little fancy background like I asked, in the walk-in closet, and that's even reflected in the mirror itself. This is absolutely mind-boggling how accurate and how perfect this is. And you know what? To make things even better, so here we gave it this image, right? It's not even turned on. Here, it shows the LED lit up. What? And it even lit up the little power button down here, which is also something that this includes. This is insane. This is going to change dropshipping as we know it. Now you have access to completely unique images that you can use for your product photos. Images that literally no one else is going to have. So you know how there's some platforms that tell you that you shouldn't be re-uploading images? Well, this is the perfect workaround. Now, let me actually show you something else that would actually work out very, very well. So we've talked about dropshipping from Shein before, and Shein has their own models, and you're not allowed to use those images. But let's see what ChatGPT can do for us. So I'm just gonna run over to Shein, and I'm gonna look for one of their more popular, I don't even know what's popular in this part because women's fashion is not my thing. But let's just look to see what they have. All right, so let's look for dresses, right? Let's just go with dresses. Now, we're not supposed to be using these, right? We're not allowed to use these same images. So I'm gonna take this one right here, this Shein mod floral dress. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's save it. Web page complete, we can't use that. So let's once again just take a screenshot. Now let's go back to ChatGPT and let's work our magic, baby. I am so insanely impressed with how well this works. Please put this dress on a woman walking down Central Park, New York City during a nice and semi-cloudy day. All right, let's see what it comes up with. So while we're waiting for that other one to load, one other thing that is actually standing out to me is that this image, it's all right, but it's not that high quality because we did take a screenshot of this. But if you look at this one, it looks a lot crisper. It looks a lot more higher quality, and it looks like it actually upscaled the image itself. So that's another huge plus there. That's something I didn't notice until now that I was really looking at it. All right, so I finished the image creation, and this is the dress that we used to sample. And now this is the image that I came up with. All right, so this is the dress itself, and this is how it looks like on the lady that we generated. And it actually looks exactly the same. It's the exact same dress. Now, the only difference that I see is that this dress is actually a little bit to the side because she's kind of, looking at an angle, whereas this dress over here is just looking straight forward. Now, that's pretty cool because that does mean that ChatGPT kind of analyzes it and starts to kind of think about, that's crazy how AI is thinking, it starts to kind of think about how it would look on a little bit of a side angle. So that in itself is really cool. Now, as you can see, that this works phenomenally well. So let's go ahead and check out some of the other ones that I made previously so you can see what else it can do. So let's go ahead and choose this one over here. Now, the first one that I came up with was this. So I found this automatic pet feeder, and it comes with an app where the owner can see what their pet is doing. So I thought, you know what? Create an image of a dog eating from this automatic pet feeder at home while the owner watches him through the phone in an office space. I kind of expected to have two different scenes, but that's not very realistic considering that it's making it all in one image. So what it came up with is still very, very good. So this is what it came up with. And as you can see, it pretty much said it the way that I asked it to. So it has a guy. I mean, the phone is kind of backwards, but actually, you know what? Now that I look at it, it actually has the same image of the dog. Is that the image that was on the original phone? No, it was a cat. All right, so actually it did pretty cool on that one. The fact that the phone is backwards, at least it kind of shows you what it's doing, or what the app can do. But overall, it looks really good. It has the pet feeder in action. It shows the dog eating from it and the guy looking through his phone with it. What you can do here is you can easily just generate one with the dog eating and then a separate image of this guy or somebody looking at their phone from something like a point of view angle. So you hold your phone like this, so essentially it would be looking at it like this to here. I actually made something similar to it right now, and I'll show it to you in just a second. Now this next one was about this watch. Now I got a little bit specific with this one because I thought this would look really cool, because I'm pretty sure you've all seen those videos where you have somebody just driving in their luxury car, they're kind of like this, and then you see their watch over here and it looks all cool and stuff, right? Kind of looks all fancy, all rich and stuff. So I prompted it to create an image of a person driving a car with their hand on the steering wheel wearing this watch. Use a Nissan GTR. I got a little bit specific with that one, and have the point of view from the driver. What I was saying earlier, pretty much from the eyes of the person. And this is what it came up with. This is exactly what I was thinking. The only thing is that I was thinking of the guy having his hand on top of the steering wheel versus the side. But either way, this is amazing. I could have just told it to put the hand on top of the steering wheel and it would have worked. But yeah, this is crazy. Now let me show you the last one that I made. So I found this kids barbecue. Now I'm showing you these different ones so you can see how it works in all of the various different niches. So you can literally use this for any niche that you can think of. So this is the kids barbecue that I found. And as you can tell, actually the image is kind of blurry. It's not that good, but it's a kids barbecue set. So I told ChatGPT, a kid using this barbecue playset outside pretending to cook while his dad is next to him with a real barbecue cooking, looking down at him, smiling. And you know what ChatGPT did? Just that. I mean, the only thing that I can say about this one that is a little bit off is how small the actual barbecue is, or the real barbecue is. But I mean, I have no complaints. This all looks amazing. Like, AI is getting to the point where it's going to be really, really hard to tell whether something is real or fake. And truthfully speaking, unless you're really, really looking at the details, like in this one, right? The speedometer, you can see down here, it's actually kind of like a 3 instead of a 0, but still, GTR, it even has a little thing down here with the horn icon. It has the buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 fingers and 1 thumb. Perfect. Look at this one. This one itself also looks really good. The only thing that gives it away is the fact that the guy has the phone backwards. But that's pretty much it. So as you can see, ChatGPT is just blowing things out of the water right now. A couple of years ago, Laurent made a video on how you can use ChatGPT for dropshipping and how it revolutionized it at the time. And it's doing the same thing now. It's revolutionizing the way that you can dropship your products, that you can showcase your products, and it helps you save a lot of time and a lot of money. The way that ChatGPT is working now, it's only a matter of time before it starts making videos. Eventually, we're going to be able to see this dad with his kid actually cooking. The dad's going to be cooking up a barbecue while the kid's going to be pretending playing with him next to him. Look, I know a lot of people don't like AI, but at this point, if you don't adopt it, you're going to be left behind. I said this back when ChatGPT first started. It's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. So either adopt it, use it to your advantage, use it properly, or be left behind. Look at all of the different companies that didn't adopt the internet when it first came out, or e-commerce overall. Toys R Us is one of them. Toys R Us went out of business because it didn't adopt online sales the way that everybody else was doing. Best Buy is another one. They were actually about to go bankrupt at one point until they changed their entire business model, and they did it the right way. So because they were able to adapt, they were able to save themselves, and thankfully we still have a Best Buy that we can go to. I'm a big nerd. I love going to Best Buy to just walk around. So I'm really happy that Best Buy at least was spared. Now, there is one thing you do need to note about using the service. It is part of the paid ChatGPT plan. But as you can see, it pretty much pays for itself because of the amount of images that you can make. The amount of creativity that you have with this it's absolutely limitless. So you can have one product and you can generate 10 different images for it of 10 different people using it. Not only that, but you don't even need to have people in the image itself. You can simply just create something like, let's say, this table. This is a perfect table to go out and maybe have a picnic, go to the park, or go to the beach. So let's go ahead and put it at the beach. Right, and this is what I came up with. So first we have our image of our table, which is this one over here, and this is what it looks like on the beach. So again, as you can see, AI is just getting more and more advanced by the day. Eventually this will be a video. So what are your thoughts on the new ChatGPT update? Is this something that you would consider checking out? Is it something that you would consider using for your business? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you found this video helpful, if you found it educational, if you found it informational in any way, shape, or form, please make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. Also, hit that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. Huge thank you to everyone for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. My name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch you all next time.